Well, hello. This is the video for unit number 4 and 5 for historic homes and gardens, interpretive planning. I was just reviewing mass customization on marketing. And there's quite a bit for you to think about for these two units. First of all, unit 4 is where you really look at just who your audiences are. You use existing visitor data if you have that. You look at the seasonal fluctuations, how many school groups, how many local residents, how many people come for seasonal events or experiences like spring flowers or autumn colors or whatever. And you try to figure out just who your audiences are so you can begin to think about what's the best interpretive methods uh, to tell your story to them with. Uh, will they prefer to have little signs by each of the plants, or do they want a house tour? Do they want more details on history, or are they novices in history? Where are they coming from? Are they just coming once a year? So there's a whole bunch of things for you to look at on market analysis. Again, review the Glen Burnie plan, and also there's a chapter on visitor analysis in the textbook, in Interpretive Master Planning Volume 1, that you can look through and find. So for this unit, I want you to think about and maybe jot down as best you can, who are the major target market groups who come to the historic house or the historic gardens, or who do both, the historic house and gardens. And what are the best ways to reach them with your interpretive messages? Now, unit number 5, which is part of this, is in carrying capacity, and I also gave you a link on with that unit to go visit the site to find out more about carrying capacity. But for example, for historic homes, the curators may want to limit just how many people go on a tour through a historic home, because the more people that go through the historic home, the more wear and tear there is on the home. More wear and tear on the carpeting and handrails. People always moving their hands up and down the handrails. People touching things. So the carrying capacity is how many people can you accommodate each day, or each week, or each month with the interior tour, and also what's the carrying capacity for outside. So if you have guards like a Glen Burnie, is there wear and tear on the paths? How many people can you handle? How many people will the parking lot handle? How many restrooms do you need to have based on how many people you have showing up? And do you have to have a scheduling system in place? So even though you might have 100 people outside, maybe you can only handle 20 people inside. So how do you deal with the whole carrying capacity issues with historic homes and gardens? So that's really a thought exercise for you to think about and figure out and then write down. If you know what your carrying capacity is, tell me kind of how you figured it out. If you don't know what your carrying capacity is, kind of tell me how you think you might be able to figure it out. So that's how Unit 4 and 5, which is based on the visitor numbers, and carrying capacity, work together. So I hope you find this an interesting one, especially for historic homes that have like curatorial needs, that you have so many people coming in, the accidental damage can be pretty severe, and it also applies to maintenance. Like, do you have to have runners on your carpets, or do you issue cotton gloves for people so that if they do handle something, they don't get their oils and fingerprints on it? That's all part of this thought process. And if you have questions, we can chat about it in the chat, and you can always email me, and we can talk about it in more detail. So that's what this unit is all about. Unit 4 and Unit 5 are on the visitors and how you manage them when they come to your site. So have a good thought process, and then this should pretty much wrap up some of the things you have to do for week number 2. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.